Hello and welcome back. If you're new here, hi. Today we're doing something different and something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and it's to yap about my physical media collection. Lately there has been an overwhelming yet reasonable fatigue around subscriptions and the fact that we no longer own what we buy. And I include myself specifically because I got tired of paying for all these multiple services and none of them have the movie that I'm looking for. And if they do, it's not available in my country. I saw a lot of people showing off their physical media collections and I thought, why not? I want to show off mine too. I started collecting Michael Jackson vinyls when I was a kid, around when I was like 13. And it wasn't until last year that I couldn't afford Spotify anymore that I realized that if it weren't for my iPod or my CDs or my DVD, because it wasn't just music streaming, it was also Netflix and Hulu. If it weren't for the DVDs and CDs and, my iPod, like all the music that I already have, that I already owned, I wouldn't be able to enjoy any of these things. It sucks. I hope this video helps spread awareness about the importance of physical media. And disclaimer, this is not an intent to keep feeding into this overconsumption problem that we have going on. Everything in my collection is intentional and every single thing that I own is precious to me. So I just wanted to put that out there. And now we move on to my collection. I want to start with my smallest collection, which is magazines. The reason I started collecting magazines is because we are constantly bombarded with micro trends. Like you go on TikTok or Reels, for example, but mostly TikTok, and it's always trend after trend after trend. And the cycle of micro trends has been so sped up that we can barely keep up. Not only it's terrible for the environment, but also for your mental health sometimes. So when I read magazines, they help me have something to look forward to. Why? Because I subscribe to them. Right now, I'm only subscribed to Cosmopolitan, but there are so many other magazines that you can check out. For example, I also use Libby. I am subscribed to them. I'm not paying for them, but my library is. So I can also read Vogue issues, the magazine called How It Works. I think it's a science magazine and I think it's very interesting. So it's always worth checking out. Since they're released in issues, right? Every once in a couple months or depending on the season, if it's monthly or quarterly, per season, whatever, you have something to look forward to. Like, yes, they will talk to you about things that are trending if you're consuming a fashion or beauty magazine, for example, like Cosmopolitan, but you're consuming those trends at your own pace. And also, some articles are really good and really interesting to read through. So I think my first magazine ever, I think this would be considered a magazine. It's my Taylor Swift fan book. My boyfriend got me this and I just thought it was so cute because it came with a poster. It's a double-sided poster. Oh my God, no. And it also came with these pictures. It's cardboard, sturdy. I have the other one with the enchanted dress from Speak Now. I love that so much. It's in my wall. Oh, it came with these photo cards as well. I sent one to one of my pen pals. This is probably one of my favorite moments from the Eras tour. And then it came with some stickers. The next one is Daphne's Diary. This is from the UK. I am unable to subscribe to the magazine because it's so expensive to have it shipped over here. So when I went to Barnes & Noble last summer and I saw this, I went crazy because this is a very crafty cottagecore vibes magazine. It comes with stickers, recipes. I love that these recipes, you can cut them out like they're already perforated. I want to keep them there because I want to preserve it, but I think it's amazing. I also love that some spreads are very scrapbooky, so whenever I read this, I just feel like an old lady is gonna give me a hug. Okay, so these next two magazines are from Cosmopolitan. The first one I got is the summer 2025 issue, and it features Doechii in the cover, and oh my God, this is such a beautiful cover. And when I subscribed, it was already too late to get this issue, so I went and ordered it because I needed to have it. Wait, I need to cover this so I don't dox myself because this is the first issue that I got as part of my subscription. This is a fall 2025 issue, and I didn't like it that much, but there's an interview from the author of Alchemist. I have not read that book. I've seen it all over TikTok, but I thought it was pretty interesting to read too. And then last but not least, we have Grazia. This one features Paris Hilton, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I only bought it because of the Paris Hilton feature. I love Paris Hilton, so of course I love this cover. I always love hearing about her story. I felt the need to buy this. These are all the magazines I have so far. I can't wait to keep it growing. I think so far I'm only gonna keep Cosmopolitan, but we'll see. Now we're gonna move on to my CDs. So as for my CD collection, we have quite a few. I don't even know where to start. Kids Bop 27. This is an inside joke between me and my best friend. She got me that for Christmas. Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall. I got this at Goodwill. Aerosmith. I think this is a compilation of their greatest hits. I also got this at Goodwill. I Don by Don Omar. This is also a gift from my best friend. I think this is one of his best albums ever. We have Cascada. She was a pretty big part of my childhood. Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft. This should have been Album of the Year. Something Beautiful by Miley Cyrus. I think it was a pretty beautiful album too. Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter. I think I like this album more than the newest one. Okay, so as for Lana Del Rey, I only have 2 CDs. I have Born to Die and Ultraviolence. I think these two are my top 2 favorite albums by her. But I would also love to have Lust for Life. Shawn Mendes, this is my favorite album from him of all time. This was when 12-year-old me fell in love with him. Like, this album is it for me and will always be it. You Will Always Be Famous, Illuminate. For those who don't know, I've always been a huge Michael Jackson fan. If you can't tell already, I have one poster and then I have another one on this wall. I have devoted my entire childhood and teenage years to this man, and I will love him till the day I die. So yeah, we have a couple. We have History 1 and 2, Invincible, most underrated album. I think it's a masterpiece and Sony did him so dirty. But this is such a good album and it's worth giving it a listen. Blood on the Dance Floor, Dangerous Album, probably my favorite album by Michael Jackson. We have Bad, and then we have the Immortal album. This is a mashup of all of his songs, including some from the Jackson 5 and when they were the Jacksons. So it's pretty nice too. I'm missing Thriller and Off the Wall, but I already have those on vinyl, and I don't know why I never got the CDs. I don't know. Wait, I forgot. I also have Escape. Also an amazing album. I know he was dead by this, but I think it's fantastic. I also have the deluxe version somewhere in my living room because I have more CDs in my living room. I also have the Michael Jackson Ultimate Collection. So it has also, oh my god, they're getting a little bit moldy. Please don't judge me. It has his songs from I Want You Back all the way until 2003, I think. Yeah, 2003, I think it was. And it also includes some of the demos. So Sunset Driver is in here. Cheater is also in here. We've Had Enough. So I think it's amazing. I also bought some albums on iTunes, so I burned them into CDs because I not only wanted them on my iPod, but I also wanted them in physical form. Live Through This by Hole. I love this album. Addison Rae's debut. I also bought it on iTunes this summer, as well as Princess of Power by Marina. And then I know I put another CD in here. I put Lover by Taylor Swift because the original casing was kind of annoying, so I didn't want to keep messing with it. So speaking of Taylor Swift, we have almost the entirety of her discography, but not yet. I'm missing Debut, I think. Debut and Red. So right now I have Fearless, Taylor's version, and Speaking Out, Taylor's version, 1989, as well as her version, Reputation, Folklore, Evermore, Midnight, Torture Poets Apartment anthology, and Life of a Showgirl. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the rest of my collection, which is in my living room. Okay, so now we're in my living room where the rest of my DVDs and CDs are. I used to have a Pentatonix phase, so I have Pentatonix 3, yeah, volume 3, and their debut album. This was so life-changing for me. You guys have no idea. I also have Sam Smith, the deluxe version of Escape. This one, the difference between the other one and this one is that this one has the original versions for the producers edited the songs. The Millennium, one of the Jackson 5 Millennium collections, like, you know how they always have these like a Walmart with like different artists? I had to cop one of these. I also cop one of Michael, the essential Michael Jackson number ones. And that's it. Since we were already talking about Michael Jackson, let's start with the DVDs. Obviously, my favorite out of all of them is Michael Jackson's Vision. This one has every single music video that there is. I also have the short films from the Dangerous era. This is also, this was handed down to me by my uncle. The Jacksons An American Dream movie, part 1 and part 2. The Wiz with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. History, The Greatest Hits. This is also from my uncle. It's kind of cooked at the cover, but still valuable to me. This one was, I don't remember who gave me this. I know I was very little and they were like, oh, this is a Michael Jackson documentary. Here, have it. And I thought he was gonna sing in it. And I hated it because it was a documentary and I didn't understand English at the time. So I was like, what the fuck is this? And then we have Moonwalker, probably one of the best movies. And then Michael Jackson, Bad Tour, Wembley Stadium. As for the rest of my DVDs, we have a pretty abundant cart over here. So we're gonna try to go through it very quickly. I'm not gonna stall on each of them like deeply. Okay, let's start from the bottom. So as you can see over here, I have the complete collection of Saved by the Bell. This is a sitcom that goes from the 80s to the 90s, and it's so nostalgic and comforting. And look at how cute this packaging is. Ooh, this is kind of dusty. Oh, shit. This is one of my most prized possessions, my Supernatural box set. My favorite TV series of all time, the best of all time, the only one to ever exist. Here I have all the 5 films of Jurassic World. I'm actually missing the Rebirth one, the one that came out this year. But if you ask me, I only care about the original trilogy, so Jurassic World doesn't exist to me. Barbie movie collection. And then I have Friends until season 6. I also have some VHS tapes over here, so I have The Mask. And then, fun fact, my great grandma was obsessed with recording everything on VHS tapes. So in case you're wondering, what do I have here? I have the entirety of Michael Jackson's televised funeral. And I also got this VHS tape from the 80s. Michael Jackson, The Legend Continues is kind of like a documentary, but it's until the 80s. So it's until 88. So we don't get anything from the Dangerous tour, nothing. I just think it's kind of, the perspective is kind of like, it feels weird watching it in 2025 because obviously you know what comes next, but they didn't. So I know. The last VHS tape I have is The Craft. I also love this movie. I hope to get it on DVD someday. And we have White Chicks, of course, a classic. Barbie Princess Charm School. Never got rid of that since I was like 11. SpongeBob. Pitch Perfect. I was obsessed with this when I was in 5th grade. Some random Hannah Montana episodes. Clueless, and the complete Saw movie collection, but this is until Saw 7. Like the other ones that came after randomly are not included in here. Now, as for the top, we have Polar Express. I got this at Goodwill. I have not opened it yet. I got it for $3. I think it was a fantastic deal. It all wrapped up. Like this is brand new, babes. This is my favorite Christmas movie ever. It makes me so emotional every time I watch it. Then I also have the complete Golden Girls TV series. Some of them are still wrapped up because I have not finished the series, but this is such a comfort show for me. I feel like they're my friends and I love them so much. I also have a shit ton of Family Guy DVDs that I also got from Goodwill. These are all organized in volumes. I really can't tell you like which one's which, like which season is it. I still can't believe I was able to get all of this in one Goodwill run. I think it's crazy. Then I have Gossip Girl Season 1 and Season 2. Gilmore Girls Season 1 and Season 5. I know this is super random, but I got these also from Goodwill and they didn't have the other season in between. And then I have the complete 8-film Harry Potter collection. We're almost done, guys, I promise. I have the 5-movie collection of the Twilight Saga. I love this so much. It's such a comfort movie. And it was cheap, but it doesn't have any subtitles. I also have The Great Gatsby. I found this at Goodwill. Rihanna, Good Girl Gone Bad live. I have not watched this. It's still wrapped, but I loved Rihanna when I was a kid and I loved the album, so I said why not. Shrek 2, of course. Cat in the Hat. Super Mario Bros. Movie. I thought it was really funny. My favorite and only Fast and Furious movie, Tokyo Drift. The Greatest Showman. The Mask once again, but in DVD. I got Titanic. Legally Blonde, A Cinderella Story, 27 Dresses, The Notebook, The Devil Wears Prada, Pride and Prejudice, and The Phantom of the Opera. I also have this DVD storage thingy that I've had since I was like 5. My godfather, may he rest in peace, he used to record a lot of movies on DVDs for me, so that's why a lot of them it says my name and the name of the movie. I remember I used to be obsessed with the Doodle Bops, so there's that. Like, even if I don't watch these things anymore, because obviously I was a child back then, they take me back to a lot of core memories that I had growing up, especially with my godfather. So I will never get rid of these, even if they're scratched, even if they're basically unreadable, because as a child, I was very careless. These made me who I am today, so yeah. So that is all I have for you today. In case you're interested in my books, I have a bookshelf tour available in my channel in case you're interested in that. Because this time I wanted to focus more on my DVDs and my CDs and, other stuff that's like outside of my usual content. And my intention is to not flex about, oh, look at all these things that I have. The point of this video is to showcase the importance of keeping physical media, because in this digital age, you're spending so much money. I'm gonna include myself. We're spending so much money in all these streaming services, and as soon as the money runs out, we can't afford it anymore. A license deal falls out, it expires. Now what? There's nothing. You can't access it anymore. You have no money you can pay for it anymore. You cannot watch your favorite shows anymore, and you own nothing. You had invested hundreds in these companies, and then as soon as you didn't have the money, you can't watch Twilight anymore. So even if it's a small collection, as long as it's stuff that matters to you, keep it. Because I don't know if this situation with the subscriptions and the streaming services, I don't think it's gonna get any better. Either way, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love talking about my physical media collection. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed yapping about my collection. As usual, I'm going to let you know that I'm active on Instagram again, so you can follow me there to check up on my reading updates and see what I'm up to.